Hi, it's Kevin again. I want to share with you another trick and how to do it. And this one is actually the first trick that I learned that I actually decided after some time of using it to use it to share the gospel. And kind of got the idea of using tricks to share the gospel. Sometime after this, actually, I went to a conference, to a seminar that a friend of mine had led on evangelism, and in there he had taught a couple of tricks that he used often to do open air preaching or cold contact evangelism. And so then I got the idea that, I have this trick already. I can use this to share the gospel. And I'm not going to share with you how I share the gospel in doing this. If you are a Christian and you want to use this to share the gospel, I encourage you to figure out a way in how to use this for your own. So I'm going to share this trick with you though still. And I just pulled this out of here. It's a Kleenex. You saw me pull it out of there. I'm just going to put it in there. So here's this Kleenex. And the start of this is just that it's not nothing special about it. You can see it. Typical Kleenex that you get from a travel pack of Kleenex. And, I'm just going to rip this up into pieces here and making a big mess here of this, hey? And, dropping pieces down here and pick these pieces up. And now that's not part of the trick. But it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? And not so useful, is it right now? So how can I make this useful again? Well, here's the thing with Kleenex. Now, I could pour water on it, but this is going to be a big gooby mess then. Have you ever had Kleenex that you were just, you dampened to maybe clean something for a moment? Doesn't do any good, does it? So here's the thing. It's not very useful then, is it? So pouring water on it doesn't help at all. So what else can we do to make this into one whole piece again? Well, maybe glue. Well, glue won't work either because, again, it's wet. Just make it a mushy mess again, too. So it's not that either. So what then can we do to make this come together? Let's try this. Not sure. Let's try that again. Let's see. Maybe it worked. Oh yeah, that's back in one piece again. Huh, who knew? Well, that's the first trick I learned, and very simple and easy trick to do. So how do you do this trick? Well, here's how you do it. You start off, you take one Kleenex first, you take it, and you crumple it up. You get it crumpled up as much as you can, and then you put it in a pocket. And how I like to start it is by having the thing of Kleenexes in my other pocket. And I start by acting like I don't know where I put it. And so I check in here, and when I grab it from my pocket, to crumple one up, I crumple it up into these three fingers. Okay? So it's crumpled up into these three fingers, rolled up tight like that. I have that. What I also do though too, when I'm going to grab then from my other pocket, the actual sleeve of the Kleenexes, when I pull it out, I want to pull it out with these three fingers curled up too. So it doesn't draw funny attention at all. It looks like you're actually just doing along with it. Because if you have these three rolled up in this hand like this, it might draw some funny attention. So mirror them in a way, okay? Then I'll pull out the Kleenex out of here, or I might even have someone else pull it out for me. And as a means so that people can know that, no, there's no funny business. Maybe even have them unfold it out for you too, and then have them hand it back. Then they know there's no funny business going on with at least this one. Because they won't know about the second one, right? You know about the second one. So begin your talk, whatever you're going to say with this, and then you start to rip it apart, rip it into pieces. Oh, it's working much better this time, ripping into pieces. So when I did it for you, it didn't kind of come off apart as nicely. So rip it into pieces so it's like this. What I do then is I roll it into a ball, nice and tight into a ball. And this trick is what's called a sleight of hand. So you get this little tight ball, then I put it into this hand here where the other ball is, right? Now, part of sleight of hand is also drawing attention away from what you're about to do. So when I share the gospel, I actually been talking about Jesus. And what I do then is I'll point up and I'll actually look up. And what I do, all I do is I switch the balls around in my hand like that. Not in front like that though. Down about here is when I do that. So I'll put it back again. The good one's down there, the bad one's here. And so I just have my hand down here and I'm just rotating my hand quickly. You've got to do it smoothly enough. So you've got to take a lot of practice to get it to the point where it's just a smooth motion moving it around. So once you have that, and again, while you're doing this whole thing, you got to make sure that these three fingers are closed. So that way it doesn't give away that you have something there. So got to the point where you switched around, pull it back open. And that is the restoring the napkin trick. Now the question is, what do I do then? How do I get rid of the evidence of the ripped up ones? Well, what I do then. Once I've opened it up and I begin finishing my talk, I just kind of tuck in underneath and close it in and roll it up into a ball. And that's just a simple way to do this trick. Again, this is the restoring the napkin trick.